What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Horror. This is Ethan Horror, and today we are going to be giving you my first ever reaction video. I might try to do a little bit more of these, but I just saw this movie and I needed to get my full thoughts out. If you're wondering why there's Walking Dead stuff, that's because I'm doing a lot of Walking Dead rankings, so I'm just leaving the set like this for now. But we are going to be looking at The Iron Claw today. This movie is great, but I have some ranting to do.
Here's Johnny.
Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! This is God.
So, yeah, as I said, I do have some ranting to do, but that's later in the video because it has absolutely nothing to do with the movie. The movie is phenomenal. I thought it was great. Gave it 4.5 stars, so I thought it was nearly perfect. It's great. All of the actors do great performances. I love the wrestling side of it, and I love the... I'm out of breath already. I love the emotional side of things with all 4 of the brothers. Spoiler alert. I mean, I should have just said spoiler at the beginning. And it's about 4 brothers. 2 of them start off as wrestlers, and eventually all 4 of them start wrestling, and eventually there is only one brother. Because they all, in some way, get... You can probably assume. So it's very, very depressing movie, but I thought that it was phenomenal. I think the family aspect, the good and the bad, was on point. I thought, like, I can keep saying it repeatedly. This movie's fantastic. And I'm going to keep saying it because there's some few more things I want to talk about. The main romance with Zac Efron's character, Kevin, and, I forgot her name already, the love interest. I liked that aspect of the story. I love that, you know, it kind of goes a little bit faster, where it starts off where he's like the main wrestler, and then it goes to the other brother, and then the other brother, and then now he's older, married, he has kids. This movie's great. The reason I want to do a full feature length, what the reason I wanted to do a full length video on this was because this was the worst theater experience I've ever had. I've had some bad movie theater experiences in the past, but yeah, this one takes the cake. Yeah, it was... And if you're wondering, why didn't we just go get the manager? We did, but didn't work. So, let's just go through it from the beginning, shall we? We get into the theater. First thing first, we sit down. There is 5 seats. We have the 2 on the end. Sit down. My mom sits down. My seat, you know, it reclines. Hers does not. That's number 1. That was fine. We just moved it down because we waited till like 10 minutes into the movie, and then we moved down because, you know, there was 2 people sitting on the end. Then it was the 2 seats that we had, and then 2 seats, and then 1, and then 2 more people on the end. We moved into the middle, so there was 2 seats on this side, 1 seat on this side. So this is us, my mom, me. So the 2 people that were sitting on this end were great. 2 people sitting on this end were talking oh my god. 2 people on this end talked the whole movie. The entire movie. And it was to the point where we had like a half hour left of the movie. Like, they were commentating literally everything. Like, when the brother, that you think he's gonna die because he goes for a ride, and, you know, you just hear the engine rev up, you think he's gonna die, they're like, oh, yeah, I think we know what's gonna happen here. And the scene cuts away, and you see him, like, struggling to get out of bed, hops on the crutches, goes into the kitchen, they go, oh my god, he just lost his leg, that's crazy. Everything they had to commentate. Like, it didn't matter what it was, they had to point it out. Like, oh my god, he's turned the volume all the way up. Oh my god, he's playing the guitar. Like, everything. But they weren't super loud and obnoxious. It was really just the 2 people in front of them, the 2 people to the side of them, which is me and my mom, and the 2 people behind them that could really hear them. which we did go get the manager, and he sat there, and then when he walked in, guess what? Didn't talk. So he left after 5 minutes. Guess what? Started talking again. They started to quiet down towards the end. Started to more whisper, but they still talked. And that's strike number 2. Strike number 3 came with 5 minutes left in the movie. When they're resolving everything after the last brother, we're down to just Zac Efron's character, and he is at home. He's crying. I'll just cut to the chase. 2 boys. I can assume younger teenagers, maybe younger. I can assume teenagers, probably like 15, 16. No, they were older. It was like 17, 18, 16, 17, whatever. We'll just say 16, 17, okay? One of them was 16, one of them 17. They walk in with about maybe 10 minutes left. They come in, they sit right in the front. Not in the seats, on the ground. And then they proceed to watch the last 5 minutes of the movie, which, we assume they just snuck in. And we're not going to say anything about it, but they did not just sit down and watch the last 10 minutes of the movie. They started screaming. Just screaming. Just random words. Didn't even matter. Like, it started off with just random words. They were screaming, and then it cuts to Zac Efron character. He's in bed, and he's like rolling out of bed, and they go, "Oh my God, he's in his underwear," just at the top of his lungs. And the 2 people that we were sitting next to prior to our move decide that, they don't want that. Well, we already had 5 minutes left. There's no point in getting the manager. So these 2 people, the guy screams, "Shut the F up" at them. To which the whole theater goes, "Oh my God, someone finally said it." And guess what? Didn't work. It didn't work. The last 10 minutes, I couldn't even watch. So I'll probably need to rewatch it because they were just yelling the whole time. Like, "Oh my God, he's in his underwear." And then he's in the yard playing with his kids. "Oh my God, why is he crying? Why is he?" And then you just hear the other friend laughing. And it was, the last 10 minutes was unwatchable. The rest of the commentating was fine. Or when the people were commentating, it was fine. I could watch the movie, at least. But, like, do you think you're being funny? Like, I genuinely don't know why people do this. Because, like, teenagers probably think it's funny. I don't know why. Sorry, my tripod's really messed up because my dog just knocked it over. So we're going to film the rest of the videos like this. So moral of the story, don't talk during movies. Please, just for the love of God. I think no one thinks you're funny. Maybe your friend does because you just snuck into the movie and decided to start screaming, but just don't do it, please. But otherwise, the movie was phenomenal. I just needed to get that off my chest. That is the worst movie theater experience I've ever had. I'm not going to hold it against the theater because they did everything they could. Just probably go to a different one from now on.